So if you saw this video, you either had the same reaction I did just now, or you're really excited. So I've been watching Death Battle since like the very start, pretty much. I think the newest thing they had out was probably their first Goku Superman, or maybe it was after that. I'm not really too sure. And I think over time, I can confidently say that their information and everything has become extremely null and dull and just bad entirely. Do I blame them for that? No, I don't. I kind of blame Rooster Teeth from it, because from what I heard is that the original show, the show people, they don't even do the research anymore. Like, they have someone else do it, I think. I'm not entirely too sure about that. That's just what I've heard. But considering that they are owned by Rooster Teeth now, it honestly doesn't surprise me. Because, it's not like they, botched another show that rhymes with, I don't know, booby or something. Yeah, definitely not like they botched a couple other shows or something, and, and they're on the process of doing another one where the only good thing about it is the entertainment value you get from the animated fights and stuff, and probably the music that isn't even developed by them. Nope, definitely not at all. Anyways, I think I speak for everyone that another Goku versus Superman is probably the laziest shit I've seen, or some of the laziest shit I've seen out of this show, I guess, because it's already been done twice, and we're doing it a third, and I'm gonna say this with full fucking confidence: Superman is still going to win. The outcome will not change. And if it does change, then we know it was biased as shit. I already know. Because there's no way. No way Goku wins again. And if it does, then he does. And yeah, it's just biased. Because, are you kidding me? Superman? Yeah, sure. Anyways, let's just get into this. Because I'm not going to keep talking about my love-hate relationship with this. Because here's the thing. I get so annoyed at like the research and everything they do, but the entertainment value is out of the music and the kick-ass animated fights you get from this show. So yeah. Anyways, I've stalled this long enough. Let's get right into it. Oh, we just jumping right in it? Oh, okay, I guess not.
Son Goku, Superman.
Yep.
It's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all in
for a third time.
To play.
We're examining Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon.
Oh, are you?
Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities will include all three, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay. Well, Superman's gonna win.
Away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture,
I tried to watch
the story and the
like a couple episodes of Dragon Ball. I didn't like it.
Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a
I
low-class
couldn't get
Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly
I
escaped
got bored
its
so
destruction
quickly.
by Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa
And it wasn't
Gohan.
because I watched an old one with like the bad quality. It was just one of the. Then again, that could have been the issue. But
under the guidance of
regardless, I'm not into
Specifically,
it.
he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much my only enjoyment I've seen from this is the cats, because I don't know what it is about Beerus and everything. It just, I don't know, I think it's cool. Something about a humanoid Siamese cat beating the shit out of people being so powerful is just really funny and entertaining to me.
Like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha!
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So
that's
challenging,
overused
it took
as shit.
Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds. weapons.
It's incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the
I don't see that helping him at all.
Energy Landbind, and Godbind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it...
Now see, a good character to put Superman up against would be Saitama, since at first it seemed like he was only like planetary level, but then he just keeps on getting stronger. Like apparently that dude sneezed once and destroyed half of Jupiter, like on accident. Like that would have been a good character to actually have Superman fight. Because, you know, it's One Punch Man up against the Superman. Like, come on. Like, that would have been a better matchup than this.
It comes to martial arts.
By a milestone.
He wasn't just trained to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty much any container could be used for the Mothama sealing technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time.
Yeah,
Unlike
like 20
instant
minutes.
transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daizenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs...
Yeah, them English dubs do be getting some shit wrong like that.
Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness.
I still watch them though over the subs because I can't be bothered to pause it all the time and read the subtitles.
His people by defeating Frieza and declaring himself the Super.
There's any scene that deserved he went gold.
Oh,
Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Yeah, they keep on giving him more colors.
Things up. Goku
next we're gonna have an actual fucking, I don't know, what's next? Purple? Does he already have that?
It can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs?
Careful with that
They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first
the video lag, or
Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
because Boo went berserk,
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs her up.
And that's heaven, big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
I'm pretty sure DC's universe is still bigger.
The first time he went God. And
especially with the whole multiverse
thing
and everything.
He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after
this man has more transformations than fucking Isaac.
When he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki. Breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that
You know what I find funny about going through all of this? We're just going through all of Goku's feats, and at the end, none of it ain't gonna mean shit against Superman.
Out of existence, your being and your soul erased from all of time and space,
culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
And
Goku isn't a normal
something tells me that can't even compare to the Flash's
speed.
speed.
Is the highest peak of martial arts, subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone. Doing without thinking.
Something Goku has always been trained to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds really intense.
It is, which is why...
You know what Dragon Ball kind of seems like to me? It kind of seems like a fan fiction where, like, the creator isn't happy that there's some stronger character to it, so he has to keep on giving him more and more upgrades out of fucking nowhere. That's honestly what it seems like as someone who doesn't watch the show. I could be wrong, but I don't know. That's just my
Why he's
thoughts.
developed incremental versions of it.
I don't
for
watch it, I
specific
couldn't get
uses.
into it,
It's
and I'm probably not going to.
extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
I just know
Until
some
you
facts
get
about
to
it.
Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While
Oh,
technically
good
a
lord.
different continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really
And I guess the same could be said about some DC characters too, but at least, well, I don't know. I guess it really depends on how it goes. Because at least DC's characters are kind of like already there. And then the Batman creators just keep on trying to put them against gods and shit. And just, instead of just, you know, making him a more likable character and everything.
involved.
This
From what I heard,
Goku
his comics
used
have pretty much
instant
fucked him up.
transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time.
I heard
just
that was
by
the
going
worst
Super
one.
Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come, how much he's had to face,
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
showing
Yeah.
everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
And he'll still lose to Superman, even doing that.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
Yep.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton,
Yeah,
the infant
they did.
Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman,
There he is.
champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If
The
you've
greatest
only seen the
superhero of
movies,
all time.
Forget him. Comic book Clark's
Or
not
one of
the
them,
perfect
really.
Boy Scout. Because
I'm pretty sure that title could go to either him, Batman, or
Wait,
Spider-Man.
the guys who made him Jewish?
The more
Jerry
likable
Siegel and
Batman.
Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape.
That
from
is an
some
ugly
truly
mustache on
terrifying
Hitler.
horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost
And that's just even more reason to put him up against Saitama instead. Like, come on.
9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need is the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero, the
Yep.
first superhero.
Everything's
Was
gotta
he really
start
the first?
somewhere. But he was the first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the edge of the universe.
Didn't Superman once, like, defend a blast from the Flash, who was, like, punching him with the power of the multiverse, and he just punched him without anything and was able to just, you know, deflect that shit? Just normal base form and everything. Actually, I don't even know why I say it base form. I don't think Superman even has forms.
In seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld.
Well, here's the thing about Batman versus Superman. It's said, from what I've heard, is that it's said that that Superman usually lets Batman win, because Superman legitly can kill him if he wanted him dead, just instantly. And for like almost every single fight they've had in, except for maybe a couple exceptions where Superman was mind controlled, I guess. Oh, well, I guess Batman really did actually clutch an actual win against him, and Injustice too, I guess. I think. I don't know if Superman was holding back in that. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I'm going off of what I know, okay? I'm not setting anything in stone, because I'm going off of shit that I know. So, and there goes my dog. Alright, I think she's fine now.
Stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Do you
like
now?
how his breath is so powerful he can
Do you now? They sure do. Isn't that right, Eisen?
sneeze away a solar system
Isn't that right, Alucard?
or blow air cold enough to freeze
I'm gonna go off with this all day.
ghosts.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls, he can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he can't see through lead. That's okay, though. He can just burn
Lead?
through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North.
Well, I mean, Kryptonians are overpowered as shit, so they just built different, so it makes sense. I mean, Quicksilver can apparently learn Beethoven within, like, I don't know how long, and apparently that takes, like, decades of training to learn.
Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can
Or is
resist
it
being
DC's
erased
Asgard?
from existence.
Because I know DC has their own Thor and everything.
As tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman, and DC Comics as a whole, have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age,
Yep.
Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52,
Yep, that is true. Just about damn everything's gone through a retcon at this point, and some of them, I want to say it's a hit or miss, but honestly I think it's lower than that, and most of the time it's a miss.
Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which one is the
I guess it really
main
depends on how you
Superman,
see
right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. Ew.
What?
I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig
Well,
into
Flash
it,
can
this
do that.
isn't new. Plenty of
So,
characters have recalled
sense if he
events from
could.
supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon
That's two superheroes who have a dinosaur form. That Superman and Spider-Man both have dinosaur forms now.
has affected his abilities.
I want to see more of that shit now. I'm not gonna lie.
Travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making
God, I didn't think there was a whole fucking planet of these guys, you know? Jesus.
an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light.
Well, yeah, I guess looking at it both, I guess you could say that both Goku and Superman both have had, like, the same thing, where it kind of seems like fan fiction levels of power getting increased, because they just keep on adding shit on over and over again. But I guess you have to keep on doing that if you want to make things more and more interesting. And you have to keep on going for who knows how long, because comics have been going on since the fucking early 90s, so yeah.
Years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
What? That's 31 zeros, and Soup's helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's
I question how they measure this shit, you know? Because I don't know how the fuck they do that.
still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman, you know.
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses. There's kryptonite.
Like
of
what, he
course,
punched him
and
so hard it
exposure
caused
to
a big
red
bang?
starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not
I can
all
see
at
it.
once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So.
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances
Yeah.
to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Kryptonite, it weakens him, but he still just pulls through. And while he doesn't have any magic's defenses against magic, he still pretty much pulls through and shit.
Before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all, but there is nuance
That's true.
to being good. Even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he
Unless the Joker kills his wife. That's Injustice lore, by the way.
took on the world.
Because how many evil Supermans were there in the multiverse? I don't know. And I'm not including Omni-Man and Homelander in that, because, well, they're nowhere near Superman's strength.
Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the 6th dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home? Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Yeah.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and
Well.
justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Yeah, what's not to like about him? He's awesome as
This
shit,
episode of Death
and he's
Battle is
even wholesome
sponsored by
too.
BetterHelp. Said we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Hey, well, let's watch Goku get his ass kicked again. For a third time. Oh, and we're just going straight into it. Okay. I like the music already. Yeah, he's already in Saiyan form. And even that won't help him.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
Same answer.
Say so.
Because Goku is literally going through a cycle of insanity right now. You know, you already know. Doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different outcome. You're not getting anything different. He's still losing. But at least we can hopefully have an entertaining fight. Honestly, I'm surprised the planet isn't destroyed already yet. But we're getting there. just give him a second. They'll figure it out.
You're holding back. Give it your all.
If he did, you'd be dead already.
No regrets.
I'm doing just fine.
See? Even damn, he went straight to blue. And I ain't gonna do shit either. I thought he was gonna appear like right behind him, just chilling and everything. There they go. Oh, he did the 1-inch punch on him. Oh, shit.
Oops.
Careful, Clark.
Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right.
Yeah.
I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Okay then. Oh. Hey, the
Job, boss.
What the hell? He's already getting punched across multiverses already. This where the
Well, what do you think?
Ultra Instinct comes?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
I like the wholesome vibes, though. Oh. There it goes. This is where shit where it actually gets interesting. Oh. There we go. And Goku's still gonna lose. There he goes. Oh, he almost hit him with the move. Oh. And somehow the planet's still intact. Oh, yeah, y'all need to leave. Oh. Yeah, you're fucked now, Goku.
Finally.
Then again, he already was from the start. Oh, now they're gonna destroy the planet in this. A second time. We already played this out with the Spirit Bomb. Same outcome. See? Looks cool as shit, though. Holy shit. Where did reality go? It's all gone. Yeah, you lost, buddy.
Huh?
See?
Darn it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward
And
to
you'll
it.
still lose.
Let's go again.
You're on.
I do like the wholesome vibes of this. That's what makes it.
KO! That's it!
That's honestly what made this video so entertaining right now. The kick-ass fight and the wholesome vibes in it. I already really like it. Like, I don't even like. That's the one thing that actually keeps me coming back to Death Battle, is that somehow they just keep on because one, the fights are just entertaining, and sometimes you get little snidbits like that.
Indisputable answer! Ah, who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There are so
True.
many ways
True.
the world could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real, Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a
Really?
lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe. Or
Yeah.
take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505
Antimatter
times
universe,
larger than
just-
our own. But based on the DC universe,
let that settle in for a second.
Age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger. Over a
the fuck is a
novemdecillion times more
vigintillion?
than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Goku's obviously
Yeah,
gotten
pretty much.
stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times,
He
the
still
gap
loses.
is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew
Yeah.
faster than infinity.
Makes sense. He
Yeah,
can keep
like,
up with
that's-
the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't
Say.
count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The
Yeah.
safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we
sure.
look at skill.
I guess if
Goku's
they
a
are both
martial arts
immeasurable, then
master.
yeah, I
He's
guess it's-
definitely got better
you
battle
can just-
instinct.
it's best
He
to say
wants
it's a tie,
fight,
but I'm
and is
still betting
dedicated to
Superman's
his
faster.
training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily
Yeah.
in experience.
I
Don't
guess
get it
that-
wrong, Superman
well,
is
I
not
don't
a
know.
mindless brawler. He's
One thing
trained
Goku
with
does win
Batman
is
and
having
Wonder
more
Woman. He's
powers
even
than
defeated
Superman,
martial
I
arts experts like
think.
Cobra without powers.
But not by
Goku
too
has
much.
spent decades training, but Superman
I'm not
battled
really too
Norse
sure, I don't
demons
know.
for 8,000
All I know is that
years.
Superman
He's
wins
also
100% of the
astonishingly
time.
brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Akai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki
'Cause
is
they
dependent
don't
on
mean
physical
shit at the
ability,
end.
so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Akai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Akai.
Superman can time travel, countering
damn.
instant transmission's similar ability from Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that
Yeah,
Sans
Superman
can't
was
breathe in
given
space, though
Darkseid,
Goku's
like, the
certainly tough enough
fucking
to withstand
heat
a vacuum.
once.
Instant transmission requires another...
Like, you know that meme where Darkseid is like pulls on Superman's cape and, you know, people meme the shit out of it until they, you know, look at the actual scene and find out that Superman actually kicked the absolute shit out of Darkseid like 2 seconds later.
person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as
No.
Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then.
Yeah.
Clark has too many counters.
Hell, I'm pretty sure the Flash could beat Goku.
He takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You're sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but
I think
it
you're
does call
overthinking
into
this a bit
question what
more.
we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz.
He's questioning the-
There's more than one
he's
way to
questioning the
appreciate
point of Death
something.
Battle.
We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst fun.
What?
Yeah.
It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see
It's
you
a
doing
shit.
any better.
I do the math, the pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
If you
is
pun, I'd
wrong with
actually
you?
laugh at one of the puns. Anyways, who's next? Or is
Hi,
that
I'm
it for
Ben,
the season?
Voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for watching. We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click
not.
that join button below.
And I
See what
never
you're
will be.
missing.
Alright, who's next? Alright, the finale. Who is it? Oh! Verse it. Who the fuck is Unicron? Hold on, let me Google. Jesus Christ, he's a fucking Transformer. He's losing. He's most likely losing. I think. I don't know. I don't know shit about Transformers, so I don't know. Anyways, Alright, I think she's done. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, check out the original video. I'll leave in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's something else you want me to react to. And, yeah, I'll see whatever I do next. So, yeah. Later, guys.